What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is NCIS Season 14, Episode 14, Nonstop. And not gonna lie, I'm really worried about NCIS right now. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels like they don't know what to do anymore. It feels like this is the 14th season. You should have new ideas. You should have something new bringing to the table. Instead, we're just getting same old, same old. Honestly, I I vaguely remember this little group, the Sherlocks or whatever. I vaguely remember them from a few seasons ago. I don't remember a lot about them. I just remember how annoyed I was with them. And it's exactly the same feeling here. Like, it's like they try to play up how stupid they are for humor. You know, like, oh, we're better than NCIS. We can solve this case better than NCIS can. Oh, we're working together. I'm just like, no, this would not actually happen. In real life, if anything like this happened, nobody would care at NCIS. Nobody would care about these people and their feelings. They would not let them help. They would not let them do this and let them do that. No, they'd be like, you're intruding in our investigation. I don't care that you're a sheriff. It's a Navy officer that got killed. NCIS has jurisdiction. Back off our investigation. Instead, it's like they're just so accepting of all of it. No matter how much these people piss them off, no matter how much they interfere in the investigation, it doesn't matter. They're still going to let them help out. And I'm just like, this is so annoying. It's so annoying to watch them be stupid and interfere with the investigation over and over and over and over again. I'm just like, why can't we just kick them out? Why can't we arrest them for withholding information? Why are they intruding on a crime scene? It's just, ugh. And to make it worse, now Tony's dad is involved with them. And they do this weird, that one lady of the group that really likes Gibbs, he has a thing for her, and so it's like this weird old person thing going on. Ugh. It just makes my bones just... So, yeah, all of the stuff with them was already annoying. The case itself, not that interesting. Just, straightforward. You've got a Navy officer, her husband is cheating on her with who he says is his soulmate. And if that wasn't enough of a clue for you, it takes him... He has an alibi he actually set up for himself. So it does take him a while to get through the alibi and figure out what happened there. But it's still kind of like the way he said it. Like after he found out they had told his soulmate, after they had told his soulmate about the fact that he was married, as soon as they told him that, he's like, "Wait, you told her? Oh, that ruins everything. She's my everything." I'm just like, okay, so this guy is clearly crazy. He's prime suspect number one. Even if he has an alibi, just keep an eye on him. I have a feeling he may have hired somebody to do the deed. That's a possibility. But they just, as soon as they realize he has an alibi, they just kind of shrug it off, like, oh, okay, he was there, so he couldn't possibly be involved anymore. Even though he's very creepy about this girl that he is dating outside of his wife, proposed to her even though he's married. Anyway, so it turns out to be that guy. They try to throw in this random, oh, it might be a burglary plot with this guy who apparently was going around setting up these alarm systems just to use them to get in and burglarize a home. Dumb. Like, who's the first person that you suspect? Well, all of these houses have the same guy that set up the alarm system. So that, yeah, this guy was an idiot. I mean, it just, he was really dumb. I don't know why he was in there. It was just for more humor, more slapstick. That's what it feels like the show is writing on half the time. I don't mind the humor. The humor is a lot of what made the first several seasons really, really fun to watch. Watching Tony and McGee and Gibbs and watching the team interact with each other, that was a lot of fun to watch. But the cases themselves also were interesting. Just watching and seeing how they were going to figure out the cases, watching and figuring out the cases alongside them. This one is just so bland. And on top of that, it's focused more on that little Sherlock's group than it is on the case itself. That it just, I don't know, it just felt like such a bland, boring episode with not enough fun, not enough... I don't want to say fun, because it's almost like they tried to have too much fun at times, and that's when it got really dumb. But it just wasn't sensible enough. It was all kind of silly. And I don't want silly, I want good quality humor. And to just have old people talking about hitting it off. I'm just like, no. See, that's not funny. So many shows nowadays, for some reason, find that hysterical. I think it's just gross and annoying to see old people acting all horny and stuff. Like, oh yeah, she really gets me up. And I'm just like, no, nope, can't do it. Can't deal with it. So anyway, long story short, not really excited about NCIS right now. I just last episode, or well, not last episode because technically this was last week's episode. Anyway, the episode before this one though, the one with Jimmy, that one was so good. It was so powerful and moving. I'm just like, okay, so they still have some hits in their locker, but this one just kind of confirms even more that it's just like, no, it was just a one time thing. Any episode centered around one of the team members will be good, but they can't do that every single episode. So it's just going to be like one episode per season is going to be good from now on. And I can't deal with that. I can't deal with all of these bland episodes. And honestly, like from a review point of view, there's only so many times I can get on here and say, oh, well, this is just another boring case with some funny scenes every now and then. I can't say that every single week, or else I'm just repeating myself. And oftentimes I feel like I am repeating myself when it comes to NCIS, just because of how similar a lot of these episodes feel. It just feels like you watch the case, you watch the team interact, and that's it. Nothing else happens really. So I don't know. I want something different. I want something to talk about. Right now, there's nothing to talk about. It's just case, 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 case. That's it. And I need more than that. I know that sounds really, it sounds weird, but really looking at the first several seasons, it was more than just watching the team solve cases. They had stuff going on. They had terrorist plots going on in the background that they're trying to thwart. This one started one, but it doesn't feel like it's focused on it at all. It feels like it just kind of brushed that off to the side. Even the MI6 guy, Reeves, he's no longer in the show anymore. Well, not anymore, but he hasn't been in the show in the past couple episodes. So it's kind of like, are we just completely ignoring the terrorist plot now? Or whatever plot he was trying to foil? Are we just ignoring that storyline until the end of the season? Because if that's the case, what am I here to watch for? Why am I tuning in if I'm not going to see anything about that? I don't want to see just another case. I could watch that anywhere else. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on this episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future NCIS reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.